Hello everybody, my name is Cyberwolf and welcome to With Arms Wide Open, the Memoirs of Tobias Pose. I was actually emailed about this game a good while back. I meant to record it last week, but everything got in the way and I just didn't have time or energy, or rather anything, to record this at all. And whenever I did actually try and have this planned for the day, I forgot to install it. Or rather, I had this set as my backup video, and, or the backup game to play, because I tried playing the mannequin, and for some reason, the game ran smoothly, but the recording was garbage. But, so I went to go and play this one, but I forgot to download it. So, let's go ahead and get into this game. The only thing I know is that apparently everyone is in a T-pose, maybe, and that, this game is not what it's supposed to... It's not what it seems. So, let's, keep going down this corridor? Really a long hallway. Is this Tobias? Hello.
Welcome to With Arms Wide Open, the Memoirs of Tobias Pose. This exhibit will take you on a journey through key moments of his life. My name is Pascal. I will be your guide and narrator throughout this life-changing experience. I hope you have a hanky ready. You're going to need it. Onwards.
Okay. Awakening. Is he just giving me a T-pose the entire time?
I dreamt that I was flying, high above a sea of crimson. I watched as the tide ebbed and flowed.
Hold up,
with the beat of my heart. Above me, a dark sky loomed, heavy with the sickening scent of sorrow. Lightning cracked the sky and rain lashed against my skin. Suddenly I was falling, failing. As my face broke the surface of the water, I awoke, or did I?
Oh, okay. Remaining. I was about to try and turn on subtitles, but I guess there's no subtitles. There's really no options menu for this. So I hope you guys are able to hear it.
Yesterday's beer sitting atop my copy of Tolstoy's War and Peace called to me. Another day older, another day closer to death. I swallowed a handful of painkillers and reached for my jacket, grabbed a half-eaten croissant from the fridge and drizzled it with Marmite before heading towards the grimy stairwell. Just a normal day in the life of Tobias Pose.
Sounds like this guy has depression. Enduring. Hi Stella, can I help you? Why are you licking my pants?
I hated my job. Kids screaming, cars honking. The polar opposite of what one wants after another night of drinking alone, ad infinitum.
Shut up!
On a set of traffic lights.
Shut up!
I thought to myself bitterly as an irritatingly
like on my
child
hand
crossed the road without so much as a thank you. How did I end up here? I was wasting my life. Since birth, I dreamed of being an actor, my name plastered on billboards across the globe. Instead I was here, no more than a shepherd of children.
A shepherd of children. That's, really, putting it out there. Purpose. Oh! Is that, like, just lines? And just neon lines? I like that.
Everything changed the moment we locked eyes through the dense fog of the jazz club. On the small stage, a saxophonist wailed a soulful G-flat. B sharp. Back to G. Maybe the music was getting to me, but I felt like I could see into her soul, the color of her memories, the taste of her hopes and dreams. I went over. Looks like you could do with another drink, I said as I poured her near full glass into a plant pot. She smiled at me wryly. Looks like it. 2 cranberry and cokes, please, I said with an assertive snap of the fingers. And whatever this beautiful woman is having.
Is this the last room? Nope, there it is. Okay, revival. This is really sweet. This is definitely a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little silly, but this is definitely pretty sweet.
Those early days were a heady haze. I'd never felt such unadulterated joy. We did everything and yet nothing at the same time. Time stood still yet flew, our relationship a paradox. We were Jack and Rose, aboard a sinking ship in the ocean of love. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Never had something so aptly encapsulated the storm of emotion raging in my soul.
I just realized that this guy has a goatee. Stop! What's your problem? Conception. Would you be quiet? You were quiet while this game was downloading.
By side on a hill at the city outskirts, basking in the exquisite glow of the stars. You know, a wise man said that every star in the sky represents a life that has ever lived, or ever will. That's a nice thought. Was that Plato? She asked playfully. No, better. It was me. I said with a laugh, lunging at her. We rolled down the hill. We came to a stop, the damp grass of the graveyard tickling the back of my right knee. She looked down at me, a smile forming, moonlight flooding her eyes. She'd never looked so beautiful. Let's have a baby.
Right here, right now? Also, I just really love this guy's face. This little robot face. He's like, so, Alright, commitment. Stop chewing on my chair! What the fuck, Stella? Commitment. Oh.
Say that one's wedding day should be the happiest day of their life. Maybe it would have been if I wasn't so worried about Tara giving birth halfway down the aisle. Evening came and we were left alone in the apartment, a relief, truth be told, after a day of repetitious niceties from forgotten relatives. You know what I really want, she said, fixing me with a serious expression. McDonald's. We grabbed our jackets and wellies, threw them on top of our wedding attire and headed out into the blizzard. We got some peculiar looks, but we didn't care. That was just what the baby ordered, she sighed contentedly after polishing off her chicken legend. We sat inside.
The fuck's a chicken legend?
Enjoying our newfound weddedness. After slurping at the remains of her banana milkshake for what seemed like an eternity, she looked me in the eye. Tobias. I think I have a name for our son.
Banana?
What's that?
Donald? Oh god! That's the worst! That's the worst. Nothing against anyone with the name Donald, but like, god, that's the worst way to come up with the name Donald. Foresight. Oh, this doesn't seem good.
There's not enough room for it here. It's too long. Tara was becoming frustrated. We'd been trying to build the cot all damn night. I couldn't say what I was really thinking, so instead took a deep breath and calmly said, why don't you go and lie down, do a crossword. This is a manly job for a manly man.
Ooh.
Then who's going to do it? Cheek whip.
Oof.
A sick burn, indeed. 2 hours and 18 minutes later, my work was complete. You can open your eyes now. Valor. She looked at my handiwork with a despairing smile. Tobias, it's lovely but it's back to front.
Oh, wrong direction. Let's see. There it is. Reawaken. I feel like there's something bad that's gonna happen at the very end of this. I just feel it.
Burst forth into this world, I was immediately struck
Oh my God.
by his resemblance to myself.
Is that little baby in a T-pose?
General demeanor. As I held him in my hand.
Also, I love how the robot's in a T-pose.
Pride rushed through me like electricity. He was perfection incarnate, and I would do anything to protect him until the day I, or he, died. Ch. Don't cry, my child. You are here now. Tara gave a weak, sweaty smile. 2 hearts had become 3, a couple of family, but as one we remained.
Respite. Is that a skateboard?
Raising a child can be tough. Sometimes, when things became too much, I would go out for
The great Lord Tony Hawk.
Literally. While other fathers might have drowned their sorrows at the pub, I had put the devil's drink behind me. No.
Good on you,
instead
man.
I had found
Good on
a
you.
different way to unwind. Skateboarding. Whenever I felt stressed,
That's rough on the
I'd
knees.
hop on my board and cruise down the road, feel the wind in my beard, and everything, albeit briefly, would be alright with the world.
Ambition. Does he go on to become a pro skater?
Years flew by. Before we knew it, Donald was about to start school. What
Oh
do
boy.
you want to be when you grow up, son? I asked him. I want to be just like you, Daddy,
Aww.
he replied. Gee son, that's great. But what about a job? It's never too soon to start planning. I wanna be a... He looked to the sky. A distant airplane caught his eye. A pilot. My son, a pilot. I liked the thought of that. Part of me began to think that maybe I should have been one. I hadn't really seen much of the world, after all. I stood up. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's fly, and with that we took off, running through the tall grass with arms wide open. The cool breeze rushed against my face. In that moment, I was a plane, flying, fast, free, fabulous.
Pride. This is honestly such a heartwarming game. But I still feel like something bad's about to happen.
Donald was a natural actor. Sure, his role, Scarecrow, was a minor one, but he made it his own. I looked on proudly, a face in the darkened crowd. That boy's going to go far, I thought to myself. Pilot, actor, drug dealer, I didn't care, I would support him, whatever choices he made in life. That's my son, I whispered to the elderly gentleman wearing a poncho next to me. He's the most remarkable scarecrow I ever did see, you mark my words. His ability to stand still is uncanny, he gushed in a thick Cornish accent. Tara and I smiled a satisfied smile at one another. For all the difficult times parenthood brought, it was worth it for moments like these.
Balance. Sometimes, back during just that one, the music was getting kind of loud, and I wasn't really even able to hear the robots, so...
A nightmare. I was walking along a tightrope high in the sky, equidistant between two buildings. In one hand, I held a sleeping baby, in the other, a lollipop sign. The moon crumbled and within it a skull emerged. I wondered what it could mean.
Premonition. Oh, I feel like the bad stuff's coming up.
When Donald was 10, we went on holiday to the Cotswolds. We hadn't been anywhere for a while, since he'd been born as a matter of fact. As we walked along the harbour wall, an old man spied us and handed us a leaflet for boat hiring on the old lake. Can we go, Dad? Can we? Gee son, I don't know. I replied, concerned about the safety of hiring a boat from a strange old man. Well, I think it's an excellent idea, chimed in Tara. You two men can catch us some fish and I can get some peace and quiet to do some crosswords. The next thing I knew, Donald and I were drifting out onto the lake, the waving silhouette of Tara growing ever smaller on shoreline.
Repentance. Oh no.
It all happened so fast. Donald got his line stuck on a plastic bag. The next thing I knew he was in the water. I spun around wildly, unable to spy him in the murky water. Donald. Donald. I yelled, desperation in my voice. His head reared from the water, spluttering, but only for a moment. He'd never been a strong swimmer. I did the only thing a father in that situation could do, removed my shoes and dived into the water. I couldn't swim well either, but if I could just make my way to him. Everything else was a blur. I grabbed Donald and threw him towards the shore, moments before the water consumed me. As liquid and seaweed filled my lungs, I sunk to the bottom of the fairly deep lake. I could see the dappled sunlight dancing on the surface through the trees above. I saw Tara's moonlit eyes, Donald's outstretched arms flying through the air. I saw myself riding my bike. Look, Mum, no hands. I saw myself lying in the snow, making angels. A million moments fluttered through my mind, a butterfly kaleidoscope of brilliant gold. Then, nothing.
I knew something bad was gonna happen. I thought something bad was gonna happen to the kid, though. Oh, this is still equally sad.
As I looked down at my funeral from the sky above, I reflected on my existence, what it had meant, what purpose I had served. I smiled and thought back to my life before Tara and Donald, the man I was then, sad, alone, existing each day only to reach the next. How fortunate I was to have had them, no matter how briefly. I looked to the distant cityscape and wondered how many people out there felt like I had, whether the joy in this universe outweighed the suffering. I looked to the distant church where we were married. I looked to the hill where Tara and I had conceived Donald, the McDonald's where we'd named him, the skate park I had broken my arm. This life might not have been perfect, but sometimes perfection comes from the imperfections. The meaning of life isn't to ponder the meaning of life, I realized, no, the meaning of life is to live. The good, the bad, the terrible. Every shade, no matter how disconcertingly dark, no matter how blindingly bright. Soak it all in, like a sponge, before the puddle of consciousness dries up. Donald looked up towards the sky. I could see his mind, his soul, and he could see mine. He pointed to the sky. A plane flew overhead, its contrail an ellipsis on the epilogue of my life. Look, Mum, it's Dad. He's up there, he's with the birds and planes now.
Oh, that's it. Damn. That really got me. That was pretty sad. Was this actually a story about the developer's dad? Or something? I'd donate if I could, but sadly, I really don't have any money. I have like 30 bucks left for like another week. Anyways, well, there's no exit button, so I guess I just have to do that. Anyways, sorry about my dog being all loud and also Ben popping in at the very end while it was being really deep and emotional there. Yeah, that was a real sweet game, and then just really hits you with those feels, man. Anyways, so sorry developers that it took so long to make a video for this, but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Just really sorry it took so long. But anyways, if you guys want to play this game for yourselves, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I can't remember if it was this game or another game that actually costed money, because I actually had two games that okay, it wasn't this game that actually costed money, but if you guys want to play this game for yourselves, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Under me out. This is Cyberwolf, signing off.